Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the $1 Billion Grind. And it's actually a welcome back for me, too, because, man, I've not been able to play this game much this past week. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Fall is in the air for sure. And tell you what, man, the last couple days walking the dog in the park where it's pretty windy and pretty chilly out there, I've actually had to wear the hoodie again, which I used to wear on stream quite a bit back in the day. But yeah, I've had to actually bundle up, not just going out in a short and a t-shirt the way I have for the last couple months. It's definitely getting colder, at least around here. I'm sure it probably is where you are too, unless you're like way in the south. And I like it. I'm a big fan of the fall. I like the fall temps, all that. All that. I'm not a pumpkin spice kind of guy. I mean, I think that's more of a thing for the wife and the daughters, but definitely like the cooler weather. I do better in cooler weather, and it's football season, and I am a huge fan of college football, so I'm definitely in my element now. Anyways, sorry about this past Friday. Just want to make a quick apology about that. Normally we do our free roam Fridays, but my daughter was home from school for the weekend, and the wife and I thought it would be a really nice thing to get the girls together and to do a family night thing on Friday. And we actually did it on Saturday night as well. We had a good time. So it's one of those things. Just once in a while, got to do that. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll tell you what, man. The welcome back, like I said, is for me. It's we are only at 663 million, so we're still closing in on the 700 million mark, but we have not grinded a lot this past week. We haven't moved it forward. I think we were around what 650 last week Monday, I want to say, on the last stream that I did. So we were just hitting 650 there, and now I only did about 13 million through the week, and that's pretty slow pace for me. I usually do at least 20 to 30. But anyways, we do have the warehouses are building up, and so those are going to be a nice big sale pretty soon. 5 times 1.5. So what is that? 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5. We'll jump 7.5 million when we do that. We do have a Cayo ready now, and I've got a pretty big nightclub sale to do tonight too. Although speaking of the nightclub, I need to do a what's it called? A nightclub popularity mission, because I've been trying to keep my popularity at 100% to maximize that safe take, and and I'm just getting back into the game, so it was all the way down to 0. So I did 2 before I started streaming. I did 2 of the popularity missions, so we're up to 50%. The last thing I'll do, cool posters. This is a pretty easy one. A little bit time consuming, but still pretty easy. Once we get up to 75%, I'll head into the nightclub and collect what is in the safe. And at that point, Marcel should give me a mission that'll take me up to 100% after that. So, man, this is like an old school mission. I remember these. Seems like lately, when doing nightclub popularity missions, I get the new ones more than anything else. I get like the drug dealer one where you have to take out the drug dealers and then go take out their den with explosives. That one's actually kind of easy. Well, I mean, they're both kind of easy, to be honest. And then the other one, of course, is the paparazzi one where you have to go take out the paparazzi and then take his camera. Well, you have to go to his apartment first and hack his computer and get rid of the pictures. Then you go take him out and take his camera and bring it back to Tony. Both of those are pretty easy, but they're also a little bit more time consuming too, because you have to travel around from point to point to finish them. This is so old school. The posters. It's not terribly exciting gameplay. It's a little more exciting when you get other people in the lobby and they're trying to stop you from doing it, but when you're in an invite-only lobby, it's pretty tame. So once we're done with this, I will head into my nightclub and check and see where we're at safe-wise. Actually, we should have a full safe, but I should get a mission from Marcel, which should take me up to 100%. And then I'm going to head out to my Casaka because I do have a Cayo Perico ready. Not the heist, I got to do the preps, but what I mean is the cooldown has expired and I bought the hard mode, so ready to go on one of those. I think I might have scoped it out already. I'll have to take a look and see. I think it's tequila. We'll see in a minute. Maybe we'll get a surprise. Maybe I did all the preps and I just forgot it. We'll see once I get out there. I'm thinking I didn't, though. I'm thinking I still have preps to do. So, all right. Let's get these knocked out. 3 of 8. Like I said, this is not a terribly exciting mission. And it's a little time consuming because you have to fly over the place. But at least it's not like frustrating in the sense that it doesn't fail or anything like that. You'd be hard pressed to fail this mission. Unless you're in a lobby with other people. And they may prevent you from doing it. So, to the sharp-eyed looking at this, you may notice that my camera angle is slightly different on my webcam now. Hello. And that is because I got a new monitor finally. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. So basically, I really wanted to play. I think if you've watched in the past, you may have heard me mention before. Whoops, got a spot over here that I went by. You may have heard me mention in the past that I play actually in 1080p, and that I upscale the output to 1440p for the stream, and that's just to try to get the better codec out of YouTube when I'm streaming, because it looks a lot better that way. If they give me that crazy AVC codec that they put on most 1080p content, I think it looks like hell. But the VP9 codec looks so much better, and that's what they will apply if you're at 1440p. So that's why I stream in 1440p. Now, I had a 24-inch gaming monitor that I've been using before. That was capable of 1080p, 144 hertz, which is what the Xbox Series X is capable of course. But the Xbox can actually do, higher resolutions and still at the higher refresh rates too. Like it can do 1440p at 120 hertz, that sort of thing. So unfortunately, even though I wanted to play in 1440p, they don't really make a 24-inch monitor that can do it. If you want to run 1440p, you pretty much have to go to 17-inch. Telling my age here. You pretty much have to go to 27-inch. And so I wasn't totally sold on it. I don't like a really big gaming monitor, especially like in my face like this. But I finally just decided that I was tired of upscaling the 1080p to 1440p in OBS for the stream. And so I bought this monitor. Now, putting a new monitor into my setup is a pretty in-depth undertaking. There's a lot of things to consider. Cabling, mounting. I've just got a lot going on in this setup. Maybe you kind of see it behind me here, but at any rate, why am I kicking my oppressor? I mean, I do despise the vehicle in general, but it's so useful for getting around. Despise it in the sense that it's such a griefer machine, or it has been for so long. But anyways, so I got this 27-inch monitor over the weekend, and it can do 1440p at 120 hertz, no problem. And so I've installed it, I've got it set up, put in and everything, and it's great. I'm finally playing natively 1440p, but because it was such a bigger monitor, being 27 instead of 24, I had no choice but to kind of redo a lot of stuff around here. So like the camera that I use for my webcam, it's just like an old what's it called? The Hero GoPro. It's like an old GoPro Hero 4 from the look of it. I had to kind of I've got this weird mount coming off my ceiling, and I had to pull this camera up to see over this new monitor, because this new monitor is so much bigger than the old one. So anyways, that's been my adventure for the weekend, is getting this all set up and installed with the new equipment. I hope the camera angle is okay. I mean, I tested it. I did some recording and playing it back and messed around with it till I felt that it looked, decent. Honestly, it doesn't really even look that much different than what it did before, probably. But it's just slightly up, you know, a couple inches. But you know, when you're building, you know, something like this with a setup, you tend to pay attention to those details and try to make sure that it is the way you want it. So, anyways, let's go get our nightclub money. We finished the nightclub popularity mission, and Marcel should text me here and offer me something to do. Hopefully it's just a throw somebody out mission. Yep. Guy's in zombie mode by the dance floor. We'll go get him in a minute. Let's get the money out of the safe first. And I think this should take us to 100% popularity. We'll check that in a moment too. But we're going to head out to the Kasaka after this. Actually, maybe I should just do the nightclub sale first and then do the Kasaka, since I'm here anyway. Let's... yeah, I'll try to make my way through the downstairs. I actually should have headed out upstairs and then used the stairway out by the dance floor. It's a little bit easier to get through. The crowd in here is really like tight, kind of tough to make your way through here. I guess I'm doing it okay. Past here. Yeah, here's the guy. So thankfully this is like the real easy one. Takes less than just a few seconds. And he's out of there. Now, what I'm going to do... actually, I'm not going to exit that way. I'm going to go back upstairs to my office. And let's see what the popularity looks like. I think that'll take it to 100%. We'll see. And if it does, that's perfect, because then we have the safe maxed out. We'll be getting 50 grand every 48 minutes. Which is very important to the grind, let me tell you. Yep, looks like we are 100% now. So, I'm going to deposit the cash, though, real quick. All right, so this nightclub sale should be pretty substantial. Let's see what we got going on product-wise, because I've let it run for quite a few days. Oh yeah, it's like 1.6 million. In fact, I should have reset 2 of those engineers off of South American to organic and whatever the other 2. So whatever. Let's sell the goods. This will probably be the pounder too. This will probably be the really big semi truck for this one, I would think.
Okay, time to offload some of it.
All right, yeah, it is. It's the big truck, which means at least we will not get the cargo bot mission, which is nice. I don't like that one. So the drop off. Not sure which mission this is. We'll see if Tony calls in a moment and says someone got wind of these sales. This truck is actually pretty quick. Oof. But it's strangely not massive enough. Like, I don't even know what I hit there. Maybe a curb or something? I'm not even sure. That's one thing I've noticed, is that these big, huge, massive vehicles, when you're doing these missions, sometimes it feels to me like they've made them lighter than normal. Like they're not as massive. I get in a collision with like a little car, and rather than that wasn't a good example. The car went flying that time, but there are times when the cars hit me in this thing, and rather than the car going flying like you would expect between a collision between something this massive and a car, this thing goes flying like it doesn't have any mass or something. And sometimes I think that they adjust that for these missions to make it more difficult. But anyways, it's not very realistic. So there's 3 drop-offs. This might be actually the one where yeah, I think it might be. This might be the one where we drop off, they start chasing us, and the last 3rd drop is we're going to meet with the actual client, and we got to protect them. which is fine. That's a pretty easy one to do. So long as I don't accidentally kill the buyer. I did that one time. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I came jumping at high speed into the drop-off point with the car or the truck I was driving, and I accidentally ran her over and killed her. Okay, I'm getting caught on all kinds of... Yeah, I'm getting caught on everything, and now these guys have me kind of pinned down. But I've got the mines, so I can drop them if this car would get out of my way. There we go. So yeah, with these guys coming after me, I can drop mines still. I don't know. Did I succeed in dropping one? I must not have. Okay, there's like a little alley here it wants me to go through. I don't know with this thing, man. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not up to it yet. It's further up. You'd think I would know this map a little bit better. A little bit rusty, too, though, because I haven't been playing as much. Ah! Come on. This guy. Man, this guy is right on me. Got him. Got him. Got him with the mines. Oh, this other guy's flying up. There's not really much point in taking these guys out, though, because they spawn infinitely until you get to the buyer. So it's not like if I take them out, I'm clear until the next drop or anything like that. They'll just keep coming and coming. Get out of my way. Alright, we got the second drop coming up here. I know where it is. It's like up the hill and up the little side alley kind of by... Oh, you'll see when we get up there. Oh, actually, it's not the drop that I thought it was. I take that back. Where is this drop at? Hold on, I better look at the map. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be up. Ugh, that's an ugly drop, actually. I'm gonna leave this guy who's chasing me. I'm gonna leave him behind me for now. If I can, he might actually pull in front of me up here. I'm heading up the hill and it's slowing me down a lot. And the reason I don't drop a mine and pop him is I don't want another set to spawn out in front of me when I'm up in these hills. It's actually a lot easier to handle one guy up here than two. He can't really pin me down as well as two. But man, I'll tell you what, he's got plenty of help from NPC cars, doesn't he? There's like 30 of them around here. Let's go up here. The dirt road. Oof. Kind of tight, man. Kind of tight up here. Although in a way that helps me because I don't think he can get in front of me. And as long as he's okay, he's got me like pinned down between. He's getting out. Okay, this little light thing has really got to go. There we go. As long as they're behind me, they can't really get me with their guns, though. So I know that looked pretty bad right there. But he was kind of helpless because he didn't have a good shot on me. All right. So there's that. And yeah, I'm just going to stick with this guy. Let him keep coming after me. As long as he doesn't get out in front of me, I'm fine. And I would rather have him than another set spawning out in front of me. Sometimes, though, the game knows that you're trying to do that, and what they'll end up doing is just make him fall back all of a sudden, kind of give up, and then they will spawn a new set on you anyway. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if this guy gives up. Tell you what, man, the trees and the NPC vehicles are being relentless here. All right, looks like it's clearing up a little now. But yeah, see, look, he's like way back there. Either he gave up or he got caught on something. It looks like he's fallen back pretty far now. Hopefully he'll catch up a little more. I don't want another set to spawn on me. I'll take this little shortcut down here. Easier than going around. Oof. If I don't tip over. Oh, the physics in this game. All right. Wow. Yeah, driving a big heavy semi truck through these winding roads is so much fun. Hi, hey, Boss Gaming, how you doing, sir? Everything going well, I hope? So this is going to be down actually by this location where the buyer is going to be is actually going to be down by where I used to have my MC clubhouse, the whatever they call it, right off of Route 68 here. Oh, we finally got a new set. Oh, they're going to get in front of me, aren't they? Nope, nope. He overshot, man. He was going way too fast. Play any auto shop contracts? I have not. I know they're on bonus money this week. But this week, I really didn't get much chance to play. This is like my first time playing for, gosh, several days. Like probably before Friday. Where's my compact grenade launcher? Here we are. Oh, geez, she got hit. What just happened? That thing didn't shoot. Oh, boy. Where are these guys? I got to get back into the fight before they kill her. Because I think I pay the price even if they kill her. I know I paid the price the time I ran her over, but it's even worse if they do it, in a way. Or it's the same, maybe. I don't know. Alright, that guy is down. Where is this guy? Alright, where's my compact grenade launcher? Why did that, like, not... There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I'm not sure what happened there. Good, she's still alive. Although I can see her health bar is down. So far, I've made 23 million off of them. Nice, nice. Yeah, I know they're a good value on the double money. Is it double money or triple money? I think it's double money. But like I said, I really haven't played too much this week. Also, in the past, I will say, and I get it's different with the double money, but I get really annoyed with Sasanta and Moody Man doing those things too. If we could cut off some of those phone calls, I would be much more willing to do some of those. But those two are such an annoyance to deal with. I guess I can turn the audio off when I'm running it, but you know what I mean. Let's get some health and armor here. Yeah, I'm not sure. What is this guy, like an NPC that got mad? He must have been. This guy got too far away to be taken out by the explosion. Alright, I think we just got one more guy coming in here. I hate the waiting. Come on. Alright, come to a stop, come to a stop. Boom, you're done. Alright. That'll be the end of this sale. And zoom out a little bit. Wonder, does the does the game image look any different now that it's actually truly in 1440p, or does it look the same as always? I didn't actually study that. I was so busy setting up the camera, getting the camera reset with the new monitor, that I didn't even pay that much attention to the look of the game video. Hopefully it looks good. Looks all right. The difference is that I'm actually, rather than running 1080p out of my Xbox and upscaling to 1440p for the stream, I'm actually running true 1440p now. For anyone who didn't hear what I was talking about earlier with the new monitor. So hopefully the game visual still looks decent. It looks decent in my preview, but sometimes it's hard to tell from that. Anyways. All right, so we should be... Oh, these things, man. I'm so OCD about this. I hate having notifications sitting on my phone. I'm like that in real life, too. If I see notifications on my phone, I have to clear them. So where are we at? Are we at 100%? We should be. This will tell me in a second. Yes, nightclub popularity, 100%. We got our money. We're up to 665 now. So let's head out to the Kasatka and see where I'm at on that. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure if I did the setup missions or if I still have to do some of those. How do you call for your Kasatka? There we go. I'm going to call to it and fly out to it rather than, oh, there it is over there, rather than spawning into it. Because if I spawn into it and if I still have to do the scope out mission, the intel mission, it'll glitch out sometimes when you fly into the little marker to go to Cayo. It's something I found over time. The way to avoid that infinite loading screen on that mission is to actually fly out to the Kasatka and enter it manually rather than spawning directly into it. That seems to be kind of what the key factor is for the problem with that. Now, I will say sometimes when the Kasatka spawns out here, it gets bugged out. I'm sure you guys have seen this, where the thing keeps flying way up into the air and dropping back down, and it flies up way too high, and you can't get it to stop. That's one of the issues over here. Sometimes that happens, but not this time, thankfully. So let's see what we got on the Cayo front. Hope my voice isn't too scratchy, guys. I am fighting a little bit of a cold that comes with this weather change. And I say I love the fall, and I do love the weather, but it does come with some scratchy throats and some sniffles. So where are we at? Well, we've definitely gathered the intel. I got the weapon loadout. I didn't do the approach vehicle yet. All right, well, let's do that. Let's get the long fin. And I'm not going to worry too much about my my placement of my Kasatka for these because there's only a few little missions to do here. Actually, he is kind of far out, isn't he? Yeah, maybe I will adjust him when I come back after this one. This reminds me, I had the craziest thing happen in this mission last week, and I'm glad I actually got a little bit of it recorded. I don't have the whole thing recorded, but I recorded some of it. I was doing this, in fact, it was at this location, and when I was coming out that gate, and that's the thing that sucks about this location, is the Vespucci Police Department. The gate is kind of, the gate's kind of wonky coming through it. It opens weird. You can get caught on it with that trailer. Hold on, let me get my Phantom Wedge. There we go. So the gate here at this location is a little bit goofy, and you can get caught up. You can get hung up on it sometimes, and that happened to me. And the trailer with the boat actually came unhooked from my Phantom Wedge when I was going through that gate. Now, of course, the police are all on me, so I'm backing up and going forward and backing up and going, and I'm trying to get it like lined up right to hook back up, hook the trailer back up to this thing. And all of a sudden, one of the cop cars exploded, and there was like 3 cop cars right in my face. Well, because the one exploded, the other 2 exploded. Wow, that body went flying. So it was like right there that I got hung up, by the way. And so I basically ended up having 3 cop cars blow up in my face, right up against the front of my Phantom Wedge. Amazingly, the Phantom Wedge didn't blow up, but the tires were all on fire and popping and stuff. And if you've ever tried to drive one of these things with popped tires, well, it's like basically driving on ice. So I was limping away, and all of a sudden it did blow up, the Phantom Wedge, that is. And so I'm like, well, you know what, whatever. I can call for a new Phantom Wedge, and I'll respawn, and now the cops won't be on me. So it'll actually be an easier drive back to the docks now because, fresh tires and no cops. This is when the craziest thing happened. After I respawned, I could see the Phantom Wedge. I could see the longfin boat, but the boat was hovering in air and the trailer was gone. And underneath the boat where it was hovering in the air was what looked like a CEO crate. And so I ran up to it to see what the heck was going on. And as a matter of fact, for a split second, I was thinking to myself, you know, am I not in a solo session? Is there a business battle going on? Or so what the heck is going on? But no, I was still in an invite only. Oops, I meant to go right there. I was still in an invite only, but there was this crate sitting underneath the longfin now. So I ran up to it, and I heard the sound of like when you pick up a CEO crate, and I kid you not, I got the message at the bottom of the screen, take the longfin back to the docks. But I was standing on foot, not in a vehicle, and I was apparently now carrying the longfin the way you would carry like a CEO crate. So I called my, this is when I turned on the recording so I could get this on video. I'm going to make a video showing this, just like a little short. And just to prove the point, I suicided just like that. And after I respawned, where I had suicided was the CEO crate again. This is where I got it on tape where you can run up and pick it up. So I ended up actually flying the longfin back on my Oppressor Mark II rather than having to drive it back with the trailer. So anyways, just a weird, crazy glitch that happened. Not sure how you could replicate that other than having all the weird things happen that happened to me on that mission. But I thought that was interesting. So look for that when I post that. It's just going to be a short little clip just showing basically the crate and stuff. So, all right. Got that done. Now we do got to do the 3 little prep missions. Like I said, I think it's tequila. So actually, I don't want up and at 'em gun is my active. Let me. Oops. It spawned my Phantom Wedge a little off to the right there. It kind of threw me for a second. So let's return that and get my Oppressor Mark II. Wow. Yeah, it was really crazy, man. You know what I'm wondering? Because the Phantom Wedge got blown up at the very end there when it was still hooked up to the trailer. I'm wondering if that killed the trailer, but not the longfin boat. And it actually makes me wonder, what if I were to get out of the get out of the Phantom Wedge when I have the boat and the trailer hooked up to it, and then select vehicle, return your vehicle to make the Phantom Wedge go away. I wonder if like the trailer that the longfin is on at that point is like somehow part of the Phantom Wedge, and if maybe that's what happened, and if that trailer disappears, then the game kind of treats it like a CEO crate at that point. I don't know what happened. It's worth playing around with. Maybe I'll try that sometime, but not when I'm streaming. And honestly, I guess the usefulness of it would be the fact that you can. I'm going to do my crate warehouses real quick. I just saw that the cycle is completed on those. I guess the usefulness of it would be you could pick it up and fly it back with your oppressor and not have to drive it back, towing it through all the streets. I mean, I guess that would be the usefulness of it, but I don't know. Rockstar's funny about that crap. And I think if you started doing that, maybe they'd somehow now know, and who knows what they do about it. Like reset your character back to 0 because you did a stupid glitch in a side mission. I don't know. I like everything to be legitimate anyway, but that one is kind of interesting. Now, guilty here, I have not searched YouTube to see if anyone else has posted any videos about that. I wonder if anyone else has already encountered that. Maybe they already made videos about it. I don't know. I haven't searched. Like I said, I didn't play much this past week, so I didn't spend much time with it. I am loving these warehouse agents. I like the fact that I can grind all the other stuff. And even without, like, I understand the auto shops on double money is really the best way to go, but I found when I have been grinding between Cayos, for me, the grind that I've liked the most is to just keep cycling these every 48 minutes. And then I cycle payphone hits, and then also the life and death bikes clubhouse mission out of the MC clubhouse, which it's not on triple money anymore, but it is still on double money. It's been on double money for like over a month now, as well as the VIP missions too. But what I find is since the life and death bikes mission pays like 75 grand, which is kind of like the next highest amount, you know, under the payphone hit of 85 grand. I find it's best to just do the 48-minute cycle on the warehouses here like I'm doing, do my payphone hit, and then just keep cycling the life and death bikes mission over and over again until it's time to do a payphone hit again, and then just keep cycling between those two. And then eventually you hit that 48-minute mark, and you know, you go to your warehouses again. And of course, every other cycle I go collect the 100 grand from the nightclub safe and do the little Marcel mission to get it back up to 100% popularity. So that's a nice grind, and you can pull, gosh, you can pull in close to 1 million every hour doing that. It's pretty tight. And then after a couple hours, you got Cayo again. So it's been working out pretty well. The other week I was experimenting with actually doing crate sourcing instead, like manual crate sourcing on top of this, and trying to get those crate warehouses up to 111 to get the full value out of them, the full 2.2 million sale. But I got to be honest, after running through that and comparing it, it doesn't seem like that's really worth the time. It's better to let the agents get your crates up to around 77, and then just do like one or two crate missions, get up to, like, you know, as close to 80 as you can, at least 80, which brings up the value of all your crates again, and then do a sale of 1.5 million, or maybe a little higher if you're at like 81 or 82, wherever you end up. And keep on doing the other stuff in between, like I was saying, the payphone hits and the life and death bikes. And yeah, it's a little bit monotonous, but I find that you can make a ton of money. Now, obviously, with the auto shop contracts being on double money this week, those might be a little bit better. It kind of depends how long it takes. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't done a lot of those just because I'm not a huge fan of Sasanta and Moody Man. So I don't know which auto shop contract is like the quickest one to finish. And also, I'm not sure that you can pick and choose which ones you have. I think you're kind of at the mercy of the board, whatever's available. So it probably depends a little bit on the mission as well, of what's available and the amount of time it's going to take to earn that. I know I can cycle those life and death bike missions no more than 10 minutes, depending on which version of it I get. If it's the Kepang or whatever the little soul gangster gang is called, if it's those guys, I can finish it in about 6 minutes. If it's the Lost, and I have to drive all the way up to that bar that's north of the military base, then it's closer to about 9 minutes, nine and a half minutes to do that one. And then there's a middle one with the Vagos, where they're up by the oil fields, and that one takes, I want to say, probably around like 8 minutes, you know, in between the other two. But never more than 10 minutes on any of those, and 75 a pop every time. So, and then you can immediately just jump session again. The only drawback with that, I will say, is when you're jumping sessions to get it back on the board again, sometimes it doesn't come back on the board. You might have to jump a couple times, so that will take a little more time. I'm gonna move the Kasaka actually, because it's pretty far out from where I want it to be for these. Oops. And, well, I mean, I can start the mission. That doesn't matter. Equipment, plasma cutter. now I'll move the Kasaka. And I'll tell you what, getting used to this 27-inch monitor over the 24, that's the only thing I'm not sure about, is having a 27-inch monitor this close to my face. I feel like I want to back up a little bit here. It's significantly larger than that 24, especially when you're this close to it. But I do love having that 1440p like true resolution now on my gaming monitor, and not just the upscaled. Because I don't really look at my OBS play. I look at my actual gaming monitor for me. So it does make a nice difference. Just, I'm not sure about the size. It's the only thing. It's funny, man. When I first got my PS4 a few years back in like 2018-ish, I actually bought myself a 42-inch 4K TV. And planned on using that like as my gaming monitor just a couple feet away. And boy, did I learn, no, that's no good, man. You don't want a screen that large. Makes it actually harder to play the game because you have to move your head around so much to see everything. That's what it is about that 24 inch is like the perfect size, I think. But like I said, I can't get one. It seems they don't make a 24 inch that does 1440p, so. Or if they do, they're very rare. I'll switch back to the Oppressor Mark II once I get out there. Oh, Pavel, I never tire of your phone calls. Actually, I don't think it's technically a phone call. It's like he's talking in your headpiece in your ear. But still, man, this guy. All right. So I am going to switch out to my... Oh, I'm going to hit that stupid... I'm going to crash, guys. This is not good. I'm going to die, actually, unless I can get away from that thing. Wow. That went bad. Can I jump over this fence, hopefully? Oh, it doesn't go all the way through. It's fine. All right, I'll call for the oppressor after I get back out of here. That was a bit of a disaster right there. I always have trouble landing the Sparrow. It's a fast, agile helicopter, but it seems like when it gets near the ground, it really gets caught up in the updraft. Probably because it's so light. I'm always blown away by people who are really skilled with the Sparrow. And I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of people griefing when I play in public lobbies with other people. I've noticed a trend where a lot of people have been griefing with the Sparrow, and they're surprisingly good with it. It's not like they're using heat seek, because I'll be on foot on the ground, and they will be strafing across the sky above me, and they'll hit me. They'll manage to hit me with the missiles. Well, I couldn't do that to save my life if I were flying that thing. I couldn't keep the missile square on a person while I'm strafing sideways through a city surrounded by buildings. It's pretty impressive, man. They're actually pretty good at it. Too bad they use their power for evil, though. So I had one guy who was just hitting me over and over again that way, and I couldn't seem to get him with my explosive sniper. He'd strafe too fast. I'm not really good at PvP anyway, though, so it's no surprise that I was kind of getting my butt handed to me there. But just the fact that he could do that with the Sparrow really surprises me. All right, let's get this thing. Oh, and this is not the one where I have to go off to the left. Cool, cool, cool. This one is like done then. Just head back out to the Kasaka. Easy dog pound. Auto shop missions you can do pretty quick, especially if you use the Mark II on some of the missions. Can you use the Mark II on some of the missions? In my mind, when I remember doing those when that first came out, it seemed like they were forcing me into some real crap vehicles to run some of those missions. It seemed like I didn't have the ability to call my own vehicles in, and that was one of the things that was annoying me about them. Also, the weapon loadouts. Now there's one mission where I was literally out of ammo. I couldn't finish it, and I had to like start it over or whatever. It didn't give me it. I mean, obviously I wasted my ammo, but the point is it wouldn't let me use my own weapon loadouts and my own ammo or anything. It's just they seem really restrictive. I'll have to explore them. I'll have to check them out. Like I said, I haven't looked at those much since the Auto Shop update first came out. I ran several of them, and I just kind of didn't care for them. But I would say I preferred the Dre mission over that, the Dre phone thing from the agency. And I know that can be pretty tedious to go all the way through that, like all 3 acts. Especially the party mission. That one's like the worst. Talking about Dre, I mean. Where you go to the party and you have to chase him in the helicopter after. That one is like, ugh. Just stored in a high-end apartment garage. When mission starts, you pick a tuner's car and drive it to the garage. Grab the Mark II. Oh, okay, okay. So it's like a workaround to the fact that you can't actually call it. See, and that's the sort of thing that bugs me sometimes about Rockstar, and I don't want to go on yet another Rockstar rant. I know I've made many of them, but like that's another example of just amateur hour over there with their coding and their programming. Like, okay, so let me get this straight, guys. Was it really your intent to prevent people from calling their oppressor Mark II, but instead allowing them to just go to their garage and get it out? Was that really the intent? Really? Like, I don't believe it. I think it's just it's typical amateur hour with those guys. And their mission mechanics are unbelievably bad sometimes. You can basically use any car as long as it's stored in that garage. Okay. Can you access any of your high-end apartment garages, or is it just like a specific one? I only ask because you said that garage kind of sounded singular, but I'm assuming if you own more than one high-end apartment, you can access any of those garages. Only one you can't use the Mark II on is the bank one. Okay. So that one you can't even get it that way then. Whoops. I didn't time that well. This is going to be funny to say, but it's funny to me anyways. My ancient eyes were actually able to read that a little bit better, that puzzle with the letters that I normally could on the 24-inch because of the larger monitor. But to be fair, I'm at that age where when I'm reading like ingredients off of groceries, I actually have to use little reading glasses. Here, I'll give you guys a laugh. This is me when I'm trying to read small text. I actually keep these things around, so I need to wear these when I'm reading small text on stuff. And we can't use smart tuners. Oh, and the agency. Of course, at this point, I don't know. That double money is probably going to be ending in another day or two anyways. What is it? Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And I'm going to be working. So I probably won't have much time to run those anyways. But it's good information, and I appreciate that. I may check it out still. Oh. Did I really, like, fail to knock that camera out? I did. I hope it didn't see me. I don't think it did. He's not saying anything about it. He's on the train mission, the MOC one, the Lost MC. How many auto shop contracts are there? I don't even really know. Like I was familiar with the bank one. And then what's the one where you're like, you go to the place in the subway where there's a guy being like held hostage. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm mixing that up with something else. No. That is an auto shop mission. There's a guy there holding, and you threaten him. And I think you give him the phone to talk or something like that. That's all. That's an auto shop mission too, isn't it? I'm trying to remember. I haven't done those in so long. There's like a few. I did a few of them, like I said, but then I kind of just decided I didn't care for them. So I don't think I've done all of them even. And then there's also one I want to say where you're traveling from location to location and laying, traveling location to location, and you're laying down like charges in maybe counterfeit cash factories or maybe meth factories, I want to say. That's another one, I think. I don't know. I just I haven't spent that much time on them. Oh, my Spotify is sounding odd to me. Hold on 1 second. Let me restart it. I don't know if it's doing that on the stream, but for me, it's like cutting out, kind of weird. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it and restart it real quick, guys. Sorry, give me 1 sec here. The music just started getting really wonky sounding. Much better. All right, sorry about that, guys. There's 8 in total. Oh, wow. So there's like 8 different auto contracts. I didn't realize there were that many of them. I feel like those are easier to do with a group than solo. I mean, I guess the same is true of pretty much anything in the game. But I feel like those are really better in a group. Just when I was doing it solo, I was getting frustrated with the weapon loadouts and the ammo and the vehicles and stuff like that. I didn't know about the high-end garage thing though. I didn't know you could do that. I felt like you were trapped into the vehicles that they put you in. Union Depository. Okay. Oops, I gotta go to the roof of this place. I was only like half paying attention to this. Alright, here we go. Usually just take these guys out with missiles. I think there's a guy off to the left here. Yeah, here he is. I think there's like maybe 2 more, but I'm just going to take them out with the hand weapon if they come rushing out. Looks like there's actually just 1 more. It's fine. I'll take him in a second. I hear him screaming. There he is. Is that it for him? Yeah, he's done. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. It's right here, too. I probably could have just grabbed it and gone, not even bothered with that guy. Yeah, no matter. All right. Well, we are ready for the heist finale on this one. Man, I don't remember the last time I did it. Maybe, did I do one last Monday on stream? I think maybe I did. I think that's probably the last one. Oof. I didn't come up here very well this time. All right. No matter. I'm returning the vehicle right now anyway. Whoops. Got to return it before it falls into the ocean. And change my radar to the small one. Am I the only one that likes the expanded radar? I think I am. I watch other people play the game. They don't have it set that way. They always have it set this way with the small radar. I can't stand the small radar. I need the large one to see like where everything is around me. The only drawback to the large radar is when you're trying to see stuff that's close to you, it can be kind of hard to figure out where it is. But it's great for like seeing a distance, stuff coming at you from a long way away. This will probably be... Actually, let me see. Do we have... Yeah, we got Coco at the North Dock. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we got Coco at the North Dock, 2 of them, so we'll be filling up our pack on Coco. And this will probably come in because it's tequila. Oh, it's Ruby Necklace, actually. I keep saying tequila. It's Ruby Necklace. It's still... secondaries have a pretty decent bonus for Ruby Necklace also. Not quite as good as tequila, but, you know. I like daytime. And let's go. So we'll be filling up. I think this will probably come in with the Ruby Necklace. It'll probably be over 1.5 million, I would think. Certainly over it at least, even if it is close to it. We'll see. Wait, I hear a lot of wind. Oh, here we go. Stormy day at Cayo. I know this is supposed to help you, but sometimes I feel like this actually hurts me as much as it hurts the guards. Maybe it's just my old eyes or something. I don't know. But I've messed up more in the stormy weather here than I ever have in clear weather. All right. Well, let's just blast through this as fast as possible. Try not to make any mistakes. Here we go. Yeah, and this boat is going to drift really far on me. Oh, well. I'll have to swim out to it when I'm done here. Pop this guy. And I'm going to run all the way out to the second location. Because that's where the Coco is. I gotta wait for the second Jeep. Sometimes that second Jeep gets hung up on this turn. And if he does, then I have to be careful because he'll come this way. And he didn't, though. It's all good. So we're set. Now I just gotta get to this guy up here before the camera looks my way. Okay, good. Good timing, good timing. Come in here and pop him. Grab the Coco. And get out of here before the camera swings back that way. Come on, grab. There we go. And the camera is actually swinging off the other way, which is awesome. So I can just head right out here and not even worry. And let's swim across. There's going to be a dude by this building that I need to take out. I'm never sure exactly where he's at. We'll see what happens when I come up here. Okay, yeah, he's off on the other side. I'll usually just wait here for him to come around the corner because I'm not sure exactly. There he is. See, if I had tried to take the camera out, that probably would have set him off and set the alarms off. So I'll wait for him to get in position. He just has to turn. I don't know if you can even see him, if my camera might be blocking him for you guys, but it's this guy. And there we go. The weird double camera up there, which they've never fixed. The weird thing where you shoot this and you can open it. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if that's intentional. You never know with Rockstar, do you? There we go. Full loot bags. Not quite as much. It actually seems to be quite a bit less than if it's tequila. It's about 30 grand less, maybe. So where's my boat anyway? How far did that thing float? I don't like see it anywhere. Maybe it's still where I left it. Let's see. I couldn't possibly get that lucky. I did. Look at that. It's still right by the shore. So many times in this weather, when I come back to the boat here, man, it's like way out there by the rocks. I have to swim way out to it. So nice. Nice. So let's go to the compound and knock this out. So back before they started introducing the bonuses for secondaries, depending on what your main take is, the most Coco could ever be worth was 450. So we're getting like an extra 43,000 here. But I want to say, if you have tequila, I want to say that a full loot bag of Coco is like 530,000, like maybe like another 40 grand higher than this even. I don't know. But then again, the ruby necklace is worth more than just 40 grand more than tequila. So, I mean, you're still money ahead on the primary target. So, can't complain too hard. Oh, I'm jumping a little late here. All right, let's get down here. Actually, it's not a bad position. I thought I was closer to the shore than this. Get in here. Oof. This is like such a test of my thumb dexterity, trying to get this thing right on these bars. I always like overshoot. Yeah. All right. Hey, GTA. All right, go time. This is where timing is crucial. I don't want to get melted by the juggernaut. All right, here we go. This is where I usually screw up in the storm. We'll see what happens. Got him pretty early. One of the key cards, that doesn't help me though because I'm solo. All right, that guy turned. He did not have the gate key. I don't think that camera can see him, so I'm going to leave the camera. And pop this guy. No gate key. 2 more chances for the gate key. If not, I'll have to do the fingerprint thing upstairs. No gate key. 1 more chance for gate key at top of the stairs. We'll see what happens. I could go hunt another guy if I wanted to, but I usually don't bother at this point. If this guy doesn't have the gate key, then I'm just going to use the elevator. Ah, he had the gate key. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Let's go to the safe. Okay, hopefully there's at least like 80 or 90 grand in here. We're at 490, so hopefully we get to like 550 at least. Oh, 570. Nice, nice. There was like 90 grand in there. That's a good one. And I'll hop down. And come on, get up, get up, get up. We still got plenty of time though. Juggernaut's pretty far away. He's not even come around the corner yet. Oh, I don't kill the Juggernaut, I avoid him, but I gotta keep my timing right in order to do that. Otherwise I run into him. I mean, I'm careful not to, but you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Not my best time on those, but not the worst either. All right. Let's get the necklace out of here. Man, when are they going to give us the Panther statue again? It's been a long time. I want to say it was, what, February last time they gave it to us? All right. So we got everything. Yeah, not the greatest taking the road. I actually had a pink diamond last week one time, though, guys. Those are so rare now. They really are. So, all right. I'm going to wait for Juggy to make his turn. I'm also waiting for the guy at the gate to turn around. I'm watching him on the radar here. There we go. So we get out of here. And we are out. I'll catch up on chat in a minute, guys. Oh. It's our favorite animation. You think the fingerprint thing is annoying? This is annoying. This stupid anime. It was funny like the first time I saw it. But after seeing it a couple hundred times, I'm like, yes, okay. Does this guy never remember that there's an exit button? Really? Come on, man. Alright, let's knock this guy out. Grab his little bicycle and get out of here. Alright. So we swim out here. And alright, the escape from Cayo has disappeared. So now we do our impression of the Nirvana Nevermind cover. And wait for it to black out. There it goes. We are done. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so sorry guys, I was take my money, watch it burn. You must be crying after how many times you've yeah, literally hundreds of times. Don't need to kill the Juggernaut. Don't know why so many people kill him. It's a waste of time. Yeah, I've noticed that too, AZ. I've seen people going after the Juggernaut, and they were all upset when it changed and you couldn't just head pop him anymore. And I remember thinking, who cares? You don't have to deal with him. So many YouTubers going out of the way to kill him. Yeah. Panther was last out in November when they made November Heist Month. No point in killing a Jug, you can just go past him. Done the heist without killing a guard. Adopt some more dogs. So, all right, 1.57 was the final take on that. So, yeah, a little bit better than the tequila, which unfortunately is the most common nowadays. Consorting with cartel people here. I think I've got a bunker sale I got to knock out. Let's call for the oppressor. And let's head over to the bunker and see. It should be full. I mean, not full, like full for single player, meaning like a 210,000 sale to Los Santos. We'll see. Every time I drive up this road, I'm reminded of the mission where, from single player, where Jimmy gets kidnapped by the people he was trolling online, and Michael has to come rescue him, drive after him. He drives up that road. I don't know why I think of that always when I guess maybe because that's the first time I really became aware of that road. It got ingrained in my memory. How much longer do you think you have to play to hit 1 billion? Well, I tell you what, if I play as infrequently as I did this past week, it'll be like another year. But no, realistically, I should be able to get back on my normal grind now. I'm planning on having this finished out by the end of the year. Is my plan. All right. Always buy supplies. I'm sure you guys know that. And let's see. Anyone want to take bets? Merryweather? It's going to be Merryweather. 5 drops and annoying can't talk. Annoying Merryweather people. Oh, nice. Nice. My favorite mission. Drop it off and be done. Only thing you got to worry about here are maybe cops or maybe cartel. If it's cops, you can call Lester. I want to set my radar back up the way I like it. Hold on. There we go. This is kind of a strange direction it's sending me in. Oops. I do not like first person. Not in this game. And certainly not in this vehicle. Haha. Oh, I want to buy cars. Don't doubt that. And yeah, you're right. That has been. It's funny that you bring that up about not buying cars. That's a part of this grind that I don't talk about very much, but is very much a real thing. Is not only am I, trying to maximize money earned for time spent, maximizing my time value here to grind up the billion as fast as I can, but I've also been abstaining from buying things that I would really like to buy. I don't even have an HSW Works vehicle right now. I don't even have one. And it's been out for how long now? I guess since this expanded and enhanced version came out. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to buy. My plan for that, by the way, is once I hit the, oh my gosh, this car. My plan for that is once I hit the $1 billion, I intend to, get up to actually like 1.1 billion, probably get like 100 million over. So I have that cushion. So I'll always be a billionaire. And then I'll start buying all the stuff that I want to buy, and I won't abstain from buying stuff anymore. That's absolutely in the plans for more like end game on this thing. How many friends do you have? Kind of a general question.
Look at that. All deliveries
Like, how many people do I play with? I don't really play with many people at all, actually. I just go into random sessions when I want to play with other people. I do have the group that we do the heists with every now and then, the unprofessionals, like Reaper and Freean and Carolina. Those are the people that I would consider more like my friends that I play with. And then I've gotten to know a few people too in the streaming, like Mr. Five and Yorick and Zephyr and stuff. Those guys have joined me in session for some of the streams. Those guys are fun to play with also. Yorick and I did all the alt missions or ALF missions or whatever they are when they came out the other month. That was on stream, I think. So we're up to 667 million. And I guess at this point, it would be a payphone hit. I'll tell you, I made a small attempt at the time trial for this week. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to fail at this. Just I'm going to warn you guys that right now. I can knock out a payphone hit pretty quick for 85 grand, but I think the time trial is double money this week, isn't it? So it's like 200,000. But I gave it a few little tries over the weekend, and I was failing at it. I'm not sure what the secret of it is. I don't understand. I had trouble the previous week too. The one that starts at the pier and ended up by the dam. I had trouble with that one too. And I've got a fully maxed out Shitaro, which I bought before this grind ever started. But vehicles. Let me return this and call. Man, this mechanic is like such an old game mechanic nowadays. It feels weird to actually call him on the phone. It's funny that this used to be the way you always called for your vehicles. Oh, was that still on cooldown? It was, wasn't it? I didn't really pay enough attention there. Hold on. Mechanic. Call the Shitaro.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around. I'll get there as soon as
There
I
we go.
can.
Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. 3. When you hit 1 billion, you should make it your YouTube profile picture. Yeah, really. That will be something. A billionaire. You guys hear that that 17-year-old kid got arrested for the leaks, by the way? That was a whole crazy... There was so much drama going on last week. I felt like there was drama like all over the place this past week. I don't like it. All right, so let's see if I can figure this one out. All right, I've failed at this a couple times, so I'm probably going to fail again now. I just, I don't know. I don't know the secret to this one yet. Sometimes I think this Shitaro is not really as fast as I think it should be. I mean, oof. Well, I'm not driving it very well to start, I will say that. A little off to the side there. Okay. All right, now we're a little more centered. I know I've watched people beat this thing with just like a body 801 though, but I know this thing is faster than a body, so I don't know why. Oof. Well, stuff like that isn't going to help. I don't know why I can't seem to beat it with this thing. Let's see. Partly because I'm spending so much time airborne, and you're not really as fast when you're airborne. That's all right, though. I want to say cutting through the airport might be something I should be doing with this. Like maybe this going around the airport like this is not the smartest move. But I feel like I'm maintaining really good speed on this road, though. And if I were to cut through, I would have to give up a lot of speed to deal with... yeah. Well, that's not going to help, is it? Maybe I should stop trying to talk while I do it. Reboot here. Bet he gets a job somewhere that needs hacking protection. Yeah, that seems to be what eventually happens to all the high-profile people that goes down with, doesn't it? Anyone ever pulls off like a high-profile hack, and they eventually end up getting hired for security and pulling in 6 figures for it. It's just the way it goes, and rightfully so. I mean, they understand security better than most people. So, all right, I feel like this one started off way better. So, like I was saying, I feel like it would be less distance to cut through the airport, but my concern with that is there's a lot of rocks out there and stuff to get caught on, and I'm afraid that's going to slow me down. I feel like I can maintain a really high rate of speed on the highway, even if it is distance-wise a little bit longer. So I'm not sure which is the faster way to go. I know that probably didn't help, that little jump there. But it's fine. I'll come down onto the road and now try to get up to speed here. So anyways, I'm not going to cut through the airport. Man, we got less than a minute to go, though. I feel like we're behind on this. Like, we're not going to be able to make it. I know there's that dirt road I could have cut through there, but that dirt road really slows you down a lot when you hit it. I'm trying to maintain speed through here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make this. We only got like 20 some seconds left, and we got a long way to go still. I know for this you want to cut through here, which is fine. But yeah, we're already running out of time anyway. It doesn't matter that I crashed. We weren't going to make it. So yeah, not sure what the secret of this one is. I feel like maybe if I've got a Hakachu drag also, and I feel like maybe if I put HSW tech on that maybe then I could pull this off. I'm going to make one more attempt, and then I got to do my agents again at the warehouses. So one more attempt. If I don't do it on this one, I'll try to figure it out sometime this week. But yeah, I'm just not doing that great on this one, and I'm really zigzagging all over on this. All right, here we go. Down we go. See, like, all this seems pretty easy. Oh, famous last words. All right, I'm not even going to be able to make it back to my bike in this one. They only give you like 20 seconds or 15 seconds to get back to your vehicle, but half the time your vehicle flies like 50 million miles away. Look at this. I'm not even going to make it back to my bike in time. Oh, I did. Look at that. Respawn. All right, that was a really bad attempt. I'm going to do one more. And then for real, I'm going to go do my warehouses if this one doesn't go through. And I'll figure this out later. All right. So I'm not going to call this easy. That resulted in a stupid crash last time. I don't know, am I just maybe not moving that fast? Is that the problem? But again, it's a... Oh. Yeah, I should have avoided that. All right, we're done with this. I'm going to go do my warehouses. We'll call that a fail. We will definitely call that a fail. So let's return this right now. I'm going to have to figure this one out, though. And Actually, I can do it from my service menu, can't I? Terabyte, request oppressor Mark II. There we go. It will be a nice jump once these warehouses are ready to go. I imagine they should be ready this week. So that'll jump me almost, well, it'll jump me like 7.5 million, like I said. We're about 60-70% of the way there, I think. If I had been grinding all week, these probably would have been ready today, actually. Yeah, because we're getting down. We basically go to the bottom 2 of this row getting filled, and then we buy 3 crates to take it to 80, which gets us to a 1.5 million sale, and then we go from there. Well, it's not like the old days when we could just run Cayo back to back to back. And you remember some of the early streams where we did like 5 Cayos in one stream? Jeez. There's so much money to be made that way. But unfortunately, if you're playing it solo, then you got a massive cooldown to deal with. But this is definitely one of the most valuable mechanics that they added into the game. The ability to source crates this way. The only thing I wish is you didn't have to go in person to each warehouse to do it. Like I feel like you should be able to call what's her name? The main girl that you source these things with. Hold on, she's in contacts. She's kind of a newer contact. Can't think of her name. Whoa, is she not in your contacts? Are you not able to call her? Maybe she just calls you. Whatever. She's at my Vinewood warehouse. I thought she was in contacts. I guess not. Anyways, I wish you could just call her and Lupe. I think her name is maybe Lupe. She calls you Hefe. But I wish you could just call her and tell her, hey, you know, get the agents in the warehouses sourcing the crates again. I think it's kind of silly that we have to go in person, warehouse to warehouse to warehouse, just to kick these all off like this. Kind of a typical Rockstar. Well, you know, I can't decide. Is it Rockstar like artificially lengthening, you know, the time it takes for you to do stuff, or is it Rockstar like amateur hour Rockstar literally didn't even think of that because they just don't think of stuff like that. I don't know. Hard to tell with these guys, man. Hard to tell. I'm really curious to see what the GTA 6 online thing is going to be. I feel like there's so many people that have so much time invested in this game that I don't know what they're going to do to convince people to switch over. Actually, you know what? Given their history, they'll just shut the servers down and say, yeah, sorry, no, that game doesn't exist anymore. It's probably what they'll actually do. And then they'll issue cease and desist to all the RP servers that are out there too, like 5M and all those guys. How you doing? So that people will be forced into the new online game. You guys can tell I don't have a lot of faith in Rockstar. Although I admit they did create my favorite game of all time, which is this one. What are these guys doing? Okay. Sometimes the NPC cars, they spawn in like so weird. You ever see them spawn in like in the air and they drop out of the sky onto the road? All right, let's knock out a payphone hit because I still got a little bit of time. And we'll call it a night after that. Rockstar won't shut down the servers yet. They just finally did the PS3, and that was almost 10 years online. Yeah. But I'm just thinking if they wanted to force everyone into the new version, though, I wouldn't put it past them to do something like take like a heavy-handed measure like that. I just feel like they've demonstrated over time that they really don't care whatsoever about their fans, the fans of their games. Almost like they have a severe disrespect for them, actually. Just, I don't know. All right, which one do we got here? Tech entrepreneur. So what? I think this is the taxi. So either drown him, put him in the car crusher, or blow him up. And I gotta thank Yorick for cluing me into the fact that if it is the blow up one, picked up in a taxi. Okay, so drowning him in the ocean. Actually, I'm mixing it up when I said I had to credit Yorick. Actually, I need to credit Yorick for helping me with the co-founder one, where you have to set him on fire. I always thought you had to use the Molotov cocktail to do that, but it turns out you actually don't. You can just shoot it up until the car catches on fire, which is nice. That's a different mission, though. That's one where he's at the hotel and his crappy old convertible is sitting there. The mariachi band, or the I want to say Cagney and Lacey, but that's not it. What was that movie with the two women where they drive off the cliff at the end? Because you can actually get that car that way in this game. Thelma and Louise, that's what I'm thinking of. But anyway, I'm thinking of that mission where the guy's at the hotel with the Thelma and Louise car, and one of them you have to set them on fire. And for the longest time, I thought you had to use the Molotov cocktail, but you actually don't. You can just shoot the car up and catch it on fire that way. So, okay, I don't know why, but I feel like I always have to impulsively do this. I can't let the Lost go. They just bother me, I guess. Let's see. And they come running out so easily. It's like mowing grass. There's only 2 left, but they're kind of pausing. Come on out, boys. Oh. Alright, well, that one is going the wrong way, so I'm not going to bother with it. There he is. Where'd he go? There he is. What the heck? I don't know. Was he trying to escape me, maybe? I don't know. I think he was trying to like circle around me from the fence. Hold on a second, guys. I will just collect the money here. All right. That's my impulsive thing. Whenever I see those guys there, I always have to do that. Now let's go drown this guy. The rumored GTA 6 may not have an online mode. May just be story. Well, that would certainly prevent it from interfering with this, then. If that's true. We'll see what happens, though. Just use the gas can, then throw the bottle at the car when he enters it. You know, I don't have the gas can in my weapon loadout. I own it, but in my custom loadout, I removed it because I almost never ever use the thing. But as it turns out, like I said, I can just pull out my assault shotgun and fire a bunch of rounds into the engine block, and it eventually just catches fire, and then it succeeds that way. Now, I learned the hard way that it's actually possible to fail this mission if you crash within sight of this guy, then he won't get in the car. It's not really a fail. I mean, you just have to take the 15 grand then by shooting him, but kind of a waste. All right. Let's go drown this guy.
Okay, drive careful.
Now that he's in the car, it is pretty much impossible to fail. I mean, I guess if the car didn't get drowned, you'd fail. But what I mean by that is you can't spook him at this point, apparently. And I always thought you could. Like, I was always kind of careful driving him here at this point. I didn't want him to freak out and, like, run away out of the taxi or anything. But you can crash this thing pretty hard, and he does not get spooked. The only time he gets spooked is before he gets in the taxi, if you have a crash in front of him where he can see it. I'm not sure that this is really the nearest place to drown him at from there, but it's where I always seem to go. Like, I don't know if there's a swimming pool that was maybe closer. Sometimes it's hard to get to the swimming pools with these things, though, because they're in the backyards. There we go. Easy enough. Easy 85. All right. Had to wait for that to clear before I could run again. It's the only thing I don't like, too. They put up those big splash screens, like, summarizing your mission, and your guy is stuck walking in slow motion while you wait for it to clear. Oh, that was quick. So anyways, let me, I think we're going to wrap it up there because I do have to work tonight in less than an hour now. It's 8:08 by my time here, and I work at 9, so I do got to get dinner and stuff before I start work. Fortunately, I work from home, so it's not like I have to drive anywhere. As a matter of fact, these screens over on my right are where I work from. So let me just land over here. I'm going to take a counting and see where I'm at money-wise, see where I'm leaving off at. Let's see. It's only 85, but still. We're at a point in this game where 85 grand doesn't seem like very much anymore. I remember when contact missions were your main method of making money, and even the best ones didn't really pay over 20. So it's funny that now 85 seems like nothing. Anyways, we are at 667 million, so we are 33 away from the 700 million mark. I think that's a good challenge for me for this week. Get back into my normal grind through the week, and maybe next Monday, week from now, maybe we hit the 700 million. If I could do it for Friday's stream, that would be even better, but I don't think I can grind 33 million in the next 4 days, especially not given the fact that I work for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So anyways, guys, I'll be back on Friday night. Usually start around 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Friday night free roam. And then Monday nights like this, I just do the short stream, not quite 2 hours for the $1 billion grind before work. Anyways, I think we'll probably hit 700 million next week. I'm going to try really hard for that. That is my goal for this week, to get the 33 million down, since I know I'm going to get 7.5 of it actually from the warehouses. Then really that's just about 25 million, which is not a hard amount. I mean, I used to grind 50 million a week, so grinding 25 shouldn't really be that hard. And especially now this coming week, I don't have so many things going on like I did last time, so I'll have a lot more time to do it. But for tonight, we're going to wrap it up there at 667 million. Hopefully next Monday we will be hitting the 700 million mark. So we shall see. Everybody, Hello, all outdoors. There you go. I said hi to you. What, did you think it was a recording? No, I am actually live. Hello. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and have a great game.